Hey everybody, it's Krista with Krista's Creative Chaos, and I'm here today with the Hostess cards from the Farm Swap. Oh my word, I'm throwing beads everywhere, you guys. This is bad. Well, I'll have to find them because I stuck the farm cards. Oh, if you're in my Facebook group, Krista's Creative Chaos, I broke one of my favorite necklaces the other day, and it's in this little container that I normally put my Hostess cards in, so that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, farm cards. I hosted a farm swap, and so when I do that, people send in 6 cards, I keep 1, and then I swap them out, and then I mail them back to them, and they get 5 back. And so these are the cards I kept. The artist's name, if it's on the card and legible. What they used, if they told me. So you might get some ideas from here for making your own cards, some inspiration. You might just have fun seeing the cards I kept. So anyway, welcome. Glad you're here. Like and subscribe if you would. Always helps the algorithm so other people see it. Also, every time you comment, makes YouTube show more people the video, or like let more viewers see the video. So that's always fun too. So comments and thumbs up are awesome. This one was by Angela Roman, and it is the cutest little scarecrow, and he's all pieced together, and I'm going to take him out of that so you can see. Look at how cute he is in his little flannel. I mean, every single little thing on here is its own piece. This, I got to know, did you cut up all the pieces individually and then do them like in a row where like you put the shirts on each one, then you put the hair on each one, or did you just make one by one? Just curious, because this takes a lot of patience, and so I'd love to know best practices. This one here is by Amber Hale. Amber Hale does all of her stuff. She makes mini paintings on canvas sheets. She made this awesome barn, and I just your clouds. I love your clouds, Amber. Love, love. I was trying to do clouds the other day. It's not as easy as one would think. This one, Amanda Jones. How's it going? This is hand drawn. It's adorable. Love him. I honestly thought Amanda's cards might be a stamp because they were all so similar to each other and so good, like perfectly placed and everything. So I actually had to message her like, is this a stamp or is this hand drawn? Love it. Love, love. Okay. This one, Alberta, I kept this one because I loved how you made kind of like an Indian corn. I loved the different colors on the corn. I loved the little silks on the sides that you put in there. And it says, on the farm we grow corn. So good. This one here, Fluffy. This is Fluffy the Sheep by Rebecca Cantley. Rebecca, I love your sky. I mean, your sheep is adorable too, but I had to keep this so that I could try to imitate this sky that you did. It's so good. I love it. I love pink and orange together too. Huge sucker for that. Petra, by the way, if you're new to watching my channel and you would like to participate in an artist trading card swap, it's a card that is 2.5 by 3.5, just like a sports card or like a deck of cards. You can cut cardstock, or you could actually use the deck of cards and decorate those with art on top of them. And then if you want to see the current swap themes that are open, so you could participate, go to Facebook, Krista's Creative Chaos, join that group, and then you can start getting involved and sending in and seeing your own cards on these videos. We have all sorts of different levels. You guys are going to see. We've got people at different stages of their art career. Most people do it for a hobby, although some of these people you're going to see could be professional for all I know. I know we have one that is a professional illustrator who participates in a lot of our swaps. She's from Sweden. But I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask. I think I'll have to ask in my group, like how many people like that's how they make their living. So Petra is one that her stuff to me just looks like maybe this is something she does professionally. I'm not sure. Look at this cow. I love him. Love, love, love. It's just, I mean, I feel like when you know what you're doing, I mean, you can just tell, if that makes sense. Like me, I would have had to like fussy it up with a bunch of stuff because my cow wouldn't have come out looking this realistic. So I love that, Petra. Your art, it always makes me smile. Pam Bounds, this chicken is so freaking cute. Look at this chicken. Farm hair, don't care. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So good. And then this is fabric here that says locally grown. I love the little burlap. The burlap is a paper, actually, but in the corner, so that helped keep the card flat for mailing. So loved that. Here is a different scarecrow. This one's by Angel Avery Wright, but again, also pieced together, all those little pieces. So Angel, tell us how you do yours too. Do you do them where all the corn goes on at once, all the this goes on at once, or do you do each card? Also, do you punch out all the pieces at the same time, or do you punch them out as you go? Because I really want to try. So, I bought a die cutting machine, and so, but I have bought some die cuts that have itty bitty tiny pieces. So I need to know the best way to do it. The best way to do it, so I don't go forget this, not doing it. This one, love this little sheep, you guys. This here, I'm seeing more and more of my art friends doing this and using these. I've used the security envelopes for quite some time. I usually paint over them to use like as the paint as a second layer. So almost like this texture, it's the inside of a security envelope. So when you get mail, bills, things like that, open up the envelope, like tear it open, and you're going to find these types of prints in there. It keeps people from being able to see through the envelopes. So lately, people, though, have been using them and sending them to me. I didn't even think about really using them without layering paint on top of them, like, because I love mixed media, so to me it's an additional layer. But look at this. This is just the envelope by itself, and it makes a great sky. Love, love, love. And that's Michelle Harris. So I think there might be another one in here that uses those too. So, but yeah, great use of, I love to recycle items if possible. So this one, Melissa McCoy, look at these cute little chickens, also paper pieced. So Melissa, do tell your paper piecing your process. So cute, so cute. This one here, Malia Caton. Malia Caton, this goat spoke to me, this Billy goat. I loved him. I love that he's blue because my dog is a blue Merle Australian Shepherd, but he's gray, right? But I appreciate the blue in there because I just love him. I love him. Okay. This one, another paper. Nope, no, this one might be stamped. I think this one's stamps. They're so stinking cute. This one is by Megan Bishop. It says Cluckin' Cowgirls. Look at this cool texture on this paper to make it look like a barn would, and then the grass, it's probably a die cut, and I think the chickens are stamped, and then I think the boots are stamped separate. So adorable. And she colored all of them different colors. This one, Matthew Nelson. This pig, I had to keep this pig because growing up, I can't remember if it was my dad or if it was one of his friends, but somebody had a ceramic pig like this in neutral tones with a big cork for his nose. And so it reminded me of that. So good. I think it was our friend Lee and Jerry. So good. Love him. This one is by Margie Schoenmeyer. Margie did, you guys, these chickens are fabric. I had to take it out because I was like, I get all. The chickens are fabric. I believe, I don't know if the background is stamped or if it is cut out like a download, I'm not sure. Oh wait, so stamps, ink, collage, alcohol, markers. So this is exactly what I need on your cards, you guys, when you're making them. That's going to go into effect with the next swap I do, where I want what you did on the back, because I didn't require it for a long time, but when I do these videos, people want to know. So that's perfect. Name, description. She dated it, and then she put how many of these particular cards are out there in the world. This one, Linda Finn. Linda Finn, you didn't write it, but I know it's yours because of the animals with the googly eyes, and also because she did these satirical cards where, like, the cow is drinking milkshake, the pig is eating a breakfast of bacon. So this one, we've got the lamb knitting. I thought these eyeballs on this lamb were amazing. And Linda, speaking of your eyes, because googly eyes are kind of your thing, these ones are not smashed at all. So it just seems to be a little random. You know what you could do? You could just put like the inside of like an Amazon mailer or something like that. Put a little thin layer of that into the envelope when you ship it. Because I thought about putting that in the envelopes that I put your cards in. And if you include one with the one you send to me, I'll just snip off a piece of it and put it over their eyes for the ones, so when I mail it out to other people. But I thought he or she was adorable. Adorbs. This one is just so stinking happy. Linda Arazi. Linda is from Australia, and this chicken is just so happy. And I loved this background. Is this alcohol inks back here, Linda? I'm not sure. I have alcohol inks. I've never used them, but it's not paint because it's flat. But I think it might be alcohol inks. Not sure, but it's so cute. And so then my question is, did you draw the chicken on top of the blue, or did you outline the chicken and then just do the blue around it? Because I don't know how you would stop that. I would really love to know how you did this. So if you can put it in the comments, that would be amazing. Okay. This one here, Mona Vega, markers and paper. Look at this little Billy Goat Gruff. It says, whatever floats your goat. Well, I always say whatever floats your boat. So, of course, I had to keep him. Adorable. And I love that he's on this little, it's kind of like he's walking along the little barnyard wall. You know, sometimes they have like a little retaining wall. That's what I pictured. This one, Val Grimm, alcohol marker, or alcohol, watercolor. She just put, oh, alcohol pens. I read it, there was alcohol involved to make this card. You guys, alcohol pens. I see it now. Watercolors, acrylic, and neon gel pens. You guys, look at all of the details on this card. I'm going to pull this off so that you can see. Look at all, these are all drawn in. Every little, nothing is glued on here. It's all one piece. Look at these little mice. That cow is looking at those mice like he does not trust them. And it says free eggs, and you got your little chickens roosting up here. This is a little mini work of art right there. And then Val's little signature on all of her cards, and this one I just took it off when I pulled it out of the sleeve, so I'll get it taped back on there. But she puts these little peace signs in the corners of all of her little pieces of art. That's her little signature. And then something that I love that Val does, is I'm going to show you. So a lot of people, like myself, especially if you're of a certain age, we grew up collecting stickers. So Val doesn't usually use stickers in her art, but she does decorate the backs with stickers, which is super duper cute. And then this one even has a little, oh, I put it in upside down, because this one even has a little fairy on the front. So you would think the stick that she's in there, but she's not. She's actually just on the protector, and she's dancing in the little bucket of milk. Val, I love all the little details you put on your cards. I hope other people notice them too. Okay. This one, Tracy Ingram. I'm so proud of you, Tracy, because I remember when I talked to you about adding you to an artist trading card group, and then you were like, oh my word, and you were doing what you called glue books at the time. And now you're sending in things that you're hand drawing all the time. And I had to keep this one. It's so freaking cute. It reminds me of, what is that game that tons of people play? That's the farm game. I played it for a while, and now I can't remind, it's out of my head. But this totally reminds me of it. And then these cows are adorable. Look at the little, just love it. I just love to watch my friends and artists, and by friends, most of you I only know on the internet, but watch you guys grow and watch your skills grow. It's awesome. This one is Tracy's Garden, at Tracy's Garden, but I can't tell you what the person's last name is. Tracy. This one is the scared chicken. This chicken, I feel like he's singing. Super cute. I love this background, how you did this, because it almost looks like a barn wood, you know. Love it. Thought he was adorable. I'm thinking he's probably done with acrylics. So this one here, Tina Baker, this is something furry to make the hay. I don't know what it is. It's amazing. Then she did this adorable little barn that's like a die, right, that she pieced all together. And then she put this little sticker on here of the pig, and a little sticker, or it's a button of a chicken. And then over here we have a little sticker of a little tiny, but then this is so many different mediums on here. So this would be something I would call a mixed media card. And then at the very top it says a day on the farm. I just love how it all came together. So many little pieces on this one. And then Tina put hers in these special little envelopes like this. So in your envelope, if you're watching this and you're expecting cards at your house, you might have a separate envelope in there. Don't think you got shorted a card. It just means it's in its own little envelope. This one here, Tanya Vestal Garner, I loved this because out where I grew up, this is kind of what it looks like. So I just had to have it because it just kind of reminded me of where I grew up. Love, love, love. I love how this here too, the plowed fields. I just love how you did that. I was like, because I was trying to figure out a way to do plowed fields behind my vegetables and could not figure out how I would do that. Well, this is how I would do it. So that's another reason I kept this one, is to remind myself of a good way to do that. This one here, Tammy Lawless. Tammy Lawless. This chicken right here is specifically why I kept this card. Because I feel like that's the look. So Tammy, I only know through Artist Trading Cards, and because she started hosting swaps as well. And so sometimes we would talk. I kind of helped her. She borrowed some of my wording and whatever. And that's how we started talking in the first place. And then we would just share ideas and things back and forth. But sometimes I feel like this here, I feel like this is the look Tammy must be giving me sometimes in our messaging. Like, Krista? Anyway, these chickens are amazing. There's so much detail on them. So much detail. I loved them. I love their little hair their little gobblers up here. It's like, it's what I call them. They look like ribbons. How she did it. Yeah, but this one just slays me. She titled it 3 Chicks. And then this one here, Sherry Mullinax. This guy reminds me of Chicken Hawk. Little Chicken Hawk. And I love the worm. You know, they say cats play with their food. I feel like he's playing with his food. And these are hand-drawn, hand-colored, Posca markers, Copic markers, and Micron pens. Love. Thanks, Sherry, for putting that on there. Some people will pre-print it out. Some people will write it out. This one, so it's like Sarah's sheets. Like, this is what Sarah's back looks like. So she has this, she probably prints this on a printer. She probably has a bunch of them, probably cuts it out and then fills it in. This one, these are amazing. If you get one of Sarah's as well, just kind of like Val's had all those little tiny details, just like some of those paper piecing ones did. Now hers does too. This is called Break Free. It is, she used papers, acrylic paint, stickers, washi tape, and tissue paper. Look at this. So the little accents on this horse I had to keep. Just gorgeous. I love him. It says Break Free, or her, but just all the little details on I'm going to take it out of this if I can, so you guys can see, because this one's kind of getting a little bit of a glare on it. And some of these cards, I don't want you to miss all these little details. So like these pen marks here to make the fence, right? And then there's like a little thing layered, collaged onto here. And then over here is like some washi tape running through to make the field. I mean, it's just so cool. So many different pieces to this one. But again, you guys have heard, if you've ever watched these before, you've heard me say, I love layers. But then you get something like the next one that's coming up. Then there's paint layers on this one. So layers can be many things, okay? I know how to layer like crazy in mixed media pieces, and I love that. That's my jam. I'm not doing a lot of that right now because I'm not standing yet because of my foot surgery, but I need to learn how to do it with, what do you call it? I would say flat painting. I don't know, whatever this kind of painting is. But look at all of the layers of color in here. So many layers of color in this cow. That's why I had to keep Moo by Sandy Shaw. She's just adorable, first of all. She or he. Got little horns up there, so probably a he, huh? Hee-haw. But I just love all the little touches of color in this cow. Amazing and so cute. It says watercolor and Sharpie. So cute. Then this one, oh, Sandy Shaw sent in 2 sets, and she sent me in a hostess card in each one. I'm so excited to get to keep 2 of her cards. Look at all the colors in this. It says cock-a-doodle-doo. Loved him. Love, love, love. I love just looking at your guys' cards and just trying to decide, like, how did they make that? This one is so cute. This one is Pam Bounds as well. Look at this. Got this with the barn. And then it says farmer's market, locally grown. And then you got your chickens going in their hen house. And then over here is hay. So cute. Multimedia, watercolor pencils. Just super simple to write that on the back. I know sometimes if you're last minute putting things in the mail, so instead write the stuff on them as you go. Or print something out and then slap it on there with the like thing. This one is another one. Devin Lang. I had to take this one out to feel it because I'm like, what is that made out of? So these are, she didn't write on here, but this is fabric. The little truck is fabric. And the rest of it looks like acrylic paint or acrylic pens. So I really thought that was a really cool way to do the hills and the different crops on the hills and stuff. And then you got your little trees or flowers here. I thought they were little trees to give the perspective that this is up on a hill and this is down low, right? So good job, Devin. Like that one. This one here, Deborah Rogers Mercy. Deborah used fabric. Now, in my swaps, I say if you're going to use something like a piece of fabric, or you're going to use collage, or you're going to use a stamp, or you're going to use a sticker, I ask that you use 4 additional items. And the reason being that there's at least 4 mediums, 4 items on your card to show that you put your own artistic spin on it, right? You didn't just take somebody else's thing and slap it on a card and pass it off as yours. So she used this awesome piece of fabric. Then she added some jewel decoration. She put rickrack on the bottom right here, which is very country. She put these 2 flowers down here, and then she put gems in the middle of them. So she added all sorts of little artistic accents to make it hers. So loved that. And that was Deborah. This one here, Deborah Adams, different Deborah. This one here, again, she fussy cut the sticker, meaning she cut all the white off around the edges because we don't want that. And honestly, if there's a bunch of clear around it too, you should cut that off too. I've been doing that a lot lately so it doesn't take away from the card. But then she used this background paper, and then she's got this paper lace, and then another layer in here, and then flowers, and it says calm. And I just loved all the little layers that you did on there. So that's Deborah Adams. This one here, okay. My mom passed away in 2010, 2012, somewhere in there. I should know, but I don't. Not offhand. Reminded me of my mother. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. This was one of the songs that she always would sing to us. So this one here is by Deb Kroll. And so then Deb, she cut out these words, and then she mounted them so that they're up higher than the rest of the card. And she put ink on the edges of them. And then she, I just love it. I just love everything about it. She put ink on the edges here too. Sorry, that's what I was starting to say. So, because the best part about my mom singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, so back in the olden days, we had to use a thermometer. It went under your tongue, like the glass ones that could break, or it went in your bum when you were really little. Or in our house, it was probably up until you were 11 or 12. I don't know why, just what. I think we couldn't hold it under our tongue for some reason, because you had to hold it under your tongue for a long time back then. And my mom, we'd be bent over her lap with that thing in her bum, and the moms would hold it there with between 2 fingers, and right, and then my mom would always start singing, "Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O." She'd start doing her knee. And we're like, Mom, you can't do that. And she's like, "Oh, sorry," because of the thermometer. Sorry, maybe TMI. I don't know. So there you go. Okay, this one, Devonna Minter. Look at this cool chicken. Devonna Minter, I love the colors you chose for your card. They just make it pop. And I love this fat, fluffy chicken. She's so cute. Love, love, love. And it says HD, hand drawn is what HD is. HC, hand colored with paint pens. Love, love, love. So cute. This one here, Constance Kane. This little farm dog. I think this is Bingo. There's another card that talks about Bingo, but he totally looked like a Bingo to me, right? He could live on the farm. Loved him, and this is done in watercolor and then fine liner, I believe. I loved his little tongue sticking out. So cute. Sorry, this one's a long one, you guys, huh? There were a lot of people that did this swap. This one's by Claudia Raduns. Raduns, I think is how you say it. I, again, love the tongue sticking out of his mouth. Markers, watercolor pencils, and fine liner. It's just so stinking cute. Love the pink nose. Love the little tuft of hair up here. Love the back. Love it, love it, love it. Love everything about it. This next one, Jerry Malik, Chico Gal, is she goes by. If you're in any of our groups, you'll see her, and there's Chico Gal. Loved how colorful you made him. It just is not expected, and that's made me love it even more. Plus, horses are really hard to draw. So way to go. This says hand-drawn alcohol markers. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Then we've got this one, Kara Wilcox. Kara Wilcox used a napkin. I think this is a napkin. And then she used, let's see, she didn't put on here what she did, but pretty sure she used a napkin. And then I don't know if these wings and legs were on the napkin or if she added them. So Kara, if you're here, comment and let us know. And then it says, "Oh, little friend." Loved that. Loved it, loved it. So cute. And then she sealed it. When you use napkins, you really need to seal the top of them. Somebody had submitted some for a different swap, and they tear when being pulled out of the sleeves. They're too fragile if you don't seal them. So make sure you seal them like she did. This one here is by Queen of Everything. That's what I call her. Not to her face because I've never met her. But Barbara Locasale, I call her the Queen of Everything because Barbara's cards always have everything on them. Barbara stitched. She watercolored a background. She stamped different elements, colored them in, and then cut them out oh so tiny. I'm going to take this out of here too because I want to show you. Look at can you see the gel pens? The metallic accents that she added? I had to keep this one. They're all slightly different that she made because, do you see this, you guys? Chickens and the pig are playing seesaw over the log. Brilliant. This card is brilliant. It made me smile. It took me back to when we played seesaw and we'd have to get the right amount of people on each side or get them scooted up the right amount and everything. I just love cards that take me back to my childhood. So fun. Okay. I gotta sit back a little bit because, oh boy, I got my foot on ice over here. And then what can I put back there? Oh, let's put this pillow back there. My bod is falling apart today. Okay, here we go. Next one, Barbara Carlisle. Barbara Carlisle. This chicken, this is real burlap. And then we've got real, I don't know what this is, but almost is like it's a mesh, shiny mesh ribbon or something. It's really cool. And then this is a sticker. The chicken is a sticker, but see, she cut off all that extra clear stuff so that it doesn't really detract from it at all. And then this little guy, and then this up here is a sticker too, but it's so cool, you guys. And then this down here, I'm thinking it might be a paper sticker, but I loved it, Barbara. I loved how you just made it feel farm with that burlap background. I loved how you had trimmed up your stickers. I loved the floral piece on the bottom. But I'm trying to think, what is it about this that made me love this card so much? I think it just reminded me of like I have a farmer's market bag that's kind of made out of this, and just the whole thing screamed farm to me. Loved it. Okay. You know what, you guys? I think I'm going to make a second video tomorrow because I still have this many cards to go through. So normally these videos are only like 10 minutes long, but I have a whole bunch of people for this swap. Everybody was excited about it. So I'll make a separate video and I will post that one tomorrow. So you guys have a good night. Like and subscribe. Leave comments below.